I know that the lighting is a bit annoying. It's like you could see the shadow right here. But yeah, I think it's fine. Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Iva, a first year international student from Indonesia at the University of Warwick, UK, majoring in politics, international studies, and global sustainable development. Today, I'm going to show you guys my UCAS personal statement, which was accepted for politics and international relation course at 3 universities in the UK. The first one is, of course, the University of Warwick. Second is the University of Manchester, and the third one is the University of Bristol. And one important thing that I would like you guys to know is that I did not do any related course to politics or international relations when I was in secondary school. So this would be I hope this would be a great reference for you guys who would like to apply for a discipline that is not aligned with the subjects you took during your secondary school. And without further ado, let's go. So first thing first, you need to know what course you're going to apply to. And since UCAS only allow 5 universities and then one personal statement for all those 5s, ideally the course that you pick on those 5 universities should be kind of similar or even the same. In comparison to the US style, which I also applied before I write my UCAS personal statement, it was more of a creative writing. So for me, it was hard to adapt from those creative writing mode to a really serious academic focus style that the UCAS demand. Secondly, if you're okay with the course that you're going to pick, then the next step is for you to audit your skill set. Now, if you go to your course page that is published by the universities you wanted to apply to, sometimes they will explicitly list out the criteria of what kind of candidates they're looking for. And you can start from there. So you compile all those skill set that they want from a candidate. And then once you have those lists of skill set, you kind of try to remember in which part of your life that you kind of gain those skill set. And regarding this part of life, I recommended you to think through first from your formal education, from your experience or extracurriculars, and the third one is sort of from the readings that you've done, from the books that you've read, from the film you've watched, so life in general. And so the function of this is that when you start writing, you kind of know which one is the best story to share with the admission committee. And you can also do this for other questions, so not only about skill set but also about your motivation, why you really want to do this course, or why do you change your subject focus from what you did in secondary school and then you want to do something else in university. For instance, my secondary school subjects are business management, biology, chemistry, and I suddenly want to do political science and global sustainable development for university. So you can also use this auditing framework for that purpose. So you kind of know the reason and at which specific moment that you realize you want to do it. If you've watched my previous UWC essay video, I kind of recommended you to make your essay more personal. And I do think that by auditing your skill set and try to remember all the specific moments will help you to do that. If you're done with auditing your skill set, the next step is for you to start writing your first draft of the essay itself. Now, the purpose of the first draft is to just get it written, not making it perfect. So I suggested you just spend a couple of hours writing everything in your head down, just to get your thoughts running. And one tip that I know from a lecturer is to make the font really small, so the font size really small, so keep it at 4, so you wouldn't be able to see what you are writing. and it will like just make you write more instead of like just like write one sentence and then really think through if the sentence is perfect or not. So that's like one of the tips that I got from my lecturer. But before you write, of course, pay attention to the instruction of what they want from the personal statement. Here I have like some kind of like guidance which I gained last year, but I'm not really sure if I got it from the UCAS form application or is it like from one of those universities' instruction about how I should write my personal statement. Now that I mentioned that I might got it from one of the university's website, I also highly suggested you to check out any personal statement tips from the universities you wanted to go, because like it's sort of like helpful to cater to the universities you wanted to go. So for instance, LSE or like London School of Economics, they dedicated this one web page on personal statement tips, and I really found it helpful as well to construct my personal statement for other universities. And one of the things they mention is the 80-20 rule. So in your personal statement, 80% of it should be about your academic interests and 20% of it is about your extracurricular or like interests outside of academic related stuffs. So you might want to structure it like that as well. Before we get to the meaty part, if you are currently a university student or a prospective university student looking for accommodation in the UK, other parts of the Europe, United States or Australia, then Amber is the right platform for you. So how Amber works is that you can just visit their website directly and search for the nearest accommodation to your campus. And then you can choose from a wide range of options according to your preferences, of course, including low to high budget options and flexibility in size or occupancies. What I really like about Amber is they offer free and personalized assistance each step of the way. They also have a few student initiatives like COVID-19 policy, which offers you a free cancellation if anything goes wrong with your visa due to COVID-19 situation. Amber will also be the one who takes care of those complicated paperwork like lease agreement, tenant contracts, which you might not be certain about how it will look like or how it works in a foreign place. But don't worry, Amber will be the one who takes care of those things for you. So, what are you waiting for? Make sure to visit Amber through this link, and I will also put the link down in the description below. So now we're going to the main part, which is reading my UCAS personal statement. And if you see the screen, in the top I kind of like input some of like the guidance of the personal statement that I got from either the UCAS form or like one of my university's target course page. And the reason why I color coded the questions is to make it clear of like how I constructed my essay and like how I tried to answer all the questions that they demanded from me in the personal statement. So the first two paragraphs is to answer the why am I interested in the subject, and let's go through it. When I left Indonesia by myself to pursue my IB diploma scholarship in Hong Kong, the most massive mass protests were happening since the reform movement in 1998. Then, upon arriving in Hong Kong, I witnessed the citizens were protesting about the extradition bill. The similarity between the two cities is how the government turned deaf despite the prodigious demonstration. The experience has ignited my curiosity about the underlying forces that shape the government and people's decisions. Moreover, the ineffective implementation of COVID-19 scientific findings in a developing society like Indonesia made me realize that to fix most of the world's challenges, science itself is not enough. It has to be done by those in power who understand how society functions and how to move people for the greater good. The realization prompted me to expand my knowledge of politics and social policy. To answer the first question, I largely focus on my non-academic experience. So clearly, if we talk about the auditing skill set earlier, it's not from the education category or it's not from my extracurricular category, but it is from the general life experience that I have. Then the next two paragraphs is to answer the second question, which is how my previous studies is related to the course. And I also add some purple element which kind of like show my skills and fit for the course. Coming from a public school that only teaches English 1 hour per week, I challenged myself with English A language and literature to improve. I was fascinated by the Persepolis graphic novel, which shows Iran's transition from a secular state to an Islamic republic. The course encourages me to think critically about the extent to which literature work offers combat perspectives of real-life events. I further explored the content through documentaries and even interviewed an Iranian who experienced it. I believe that my ability to write and think critically has been nurtured during my time studying English, which I deem crucial in learning this subject. My internal assessment in business management has trained me to analyze and problem-solve a business entity's issue as I learned to apply the theoretical knowledge I got from inside the classroom. Meanwhile, biology and chemistry have taught me how to have an inquiring mind through scientific exploration. My extended essay investigates the yield E-rate and combustion energy of various biodiesel, which aligns with my mission to contribute to sustainable development. In general, this is largely about academic, but I also show how the skills that I've got from my subjects could help me to be successful in the course that I'm applying to. And most of the things that I highlight, like think critically, write and think critically, analyzing, problem solving, apply theoretical knowledge, inquiring mind, scientific exploration, those kind of keywords are the qualities that my target universities kind of want to have in a candidate. And so I kind of catered that for that purpose. And that's why the second stage of auditing your skill set is really important for you to pick the right story to tell and demonstrate your capability and suitness and fitness for the course. And then the last 3 paragraphs is to answer the third question and a couple of the fourth question as well about my extracurricular and non-academic experience. So, having limited opportunity to choose history or global politics as a subject due to oversubscribed class, I found my chance to learn in a summer school course. I received a full scholarship to attend the Oxford Royal Academy Virtual Global Leadership Program, in which I gained an understanding of the concept of globalization, human rights, state and nation, international relations, and ideologies. I learned to present well-informed arguments and rebut opponents' ideas through the British parliamentary debate format during the tutorial session. My final assessment was to write an essay that examines if democracy is the best form of government, which challenges me to research both sides of the debate and provide sufficient evidence. By the end of the program, I achieved an overall grade of 95 out of 100. As I told you guys earlier, I was not on the politics and international relation course track, but then I was interested in it, and that's why I kind of explain my situation here of why would someone with a biology and chemistry subject for their high school degree applying for this course. I suggest you to also do that and kind of showcase what did you do to pursue your interests. In my case, even though I couldn't take those subjects, I told them that I have the initiative to find other opportunities outside school to kind of learn more about the subjects, and so that's why I'm sure of taking this major or this course. Being educated within the United World Colleges community with a diverse student body has allowed me to behold diversity in values and political views through daily conversations. The student body maintained peace despite the differences, which gives hope that world peace is within our reach. Furthermore, being chosen as a distinguished delegate in the pillar of political stability and social entrepreneurship in ASEAN Youth Conference 2020 shows me how states' collective power drives to achieve a common goal of prosperity. Thus, it further motivated me to study international relations. Outside of academics, as the school's social innovation network group leader, I've learned the importance of self-management and collaboration while channeling my passion for solving social issues using design thinking. I also enhanced my listening and communication skills as the college mental health first aider. In today's world of interconnected problems, I believe advancing my knowledge on the behavior of key players of politics, society, state, and the international government is the next essential step to ideate viable, sustainable solutions. As you can see, it is largely about my non-academic experience, and I kind of also add some element of skills that might be helpful for me for the course as well, and kind of showcases my extracurricular that kind of relates with the major itself. So here, like United World Colleges with diverse student political views, being a delegate in ASEAN Youth Conference. So while that is all my UCAS personal statement, but for Warwick and Global Sustainable Development course, they ask for another personal statement, and I will also read that for you. The prompt is, in your statement, please tell us why you are interested in studying global sustainable development and specify what you are hoping to gain from this course. Please make reference to one specific example from your studies or your extracurricular activities that highlights this interest. Also, why does the combination of politics, international studies, and global sustainable development make sense to you? How are they connected? And it should not be longer than 3,000 characters in length. Let's start. My motivation to pursue global sustainable development for my tertiary education stems from my experience as part of the United World College community. On a daily basis, the college has multiple initiatives for the students to learn and adopt a sustainable lifestyle, such as having No Meat Monday initiatives, holding a Sustainability Awareness Weekend Club, and investing in the Orca technology to solve the college's food waste problem. Hence, the community's positive efforts towards sustainability have inspired me to further pursue GSD. Furthermore, as an aspiring social innovator, I immerse myself in entrepreneurial activities like design thinking or business case competitions to grow my problem-solving and innovation skills. However, throughout the journey of unraveling more social issues for my social innovation network group, Design Thinking Bootcamp, I realized that understanding multiple disciplines is essential to curate the best possible solution. With that in mind, I discovered my chance of having transdisciplinary learning while enhancing sustainability through the University of Warwick GSD program. Significantly, the problem-based and solution-focused approaches suit my objective to acquire the skills needed to effectively unpack social issues, identify their root cause, and most importantly, ideate viable solutions. One particular issue that is close to my heart is regarding Indonesia's palm oil industry, a prominent biodiesel source due to its high percentage yield rate and lower production costs. Other than the unsustainable environmental destruction extraction process, it is a complex transnational and interdisciplinary issue. For instance, it created many human rights violations, including harming local communities that tried to defend their land. Moreover, the Indonesian government drafted the Omnibus Law, which favors the polity-economic elite and foreign corporations by lowering labor salary and easing the environmental impact assessment, instead of regulating a law that protects the Indonesian people and environment. Thus, any ecological activism that people do to end this unsustainable palm oil extraction may come to waste if the government is encouraging it and demands of palm oil beyond the nation's borders are still high. From the event, I witnessed how politics and international studies is an interconnected combination that I deem necessary to understand and achieve the global sustainable development progress we desire. The palm oil industry discovery intrigued my curiosity to investigate alternative resources for biodiesel production as my extended essay topic. I compared the biodiesel yield and the energy content of various cooking oils such as canola, coconut, corn, peanut, sunflower, and sunflower waste cooking oil. Surprisingly, the result indicates that the sunflower waste cooking oil has the highest energy content, even though it has the lowest yield among the refined oils. However, you should consider whether or not the cost of the chemical waste produced when converting it to biodiesel, as well as the economic and social costs, are much detrimental than the damaged palm oil incurred. Before, I immediately suggest the utilization of WCO as an alternative biodiesel. Indonesia's palm oil industry is just one of the issues that I'm passionate about fixing in the future. Hence, I would like to take the opportunity to be a part of the University of Warwick GST program and begin my journey as a social innovator. So now that is all for the essay part. The next tip that I could give you is to go through the editing process in 2 cycles. The first one should be focused on the content base, and the second one is on grammar and housekeeping stuffs. Why do I separate those? Because you need different people for that. You cannot, for the content base, you cannot ask some stranger. Because for content base, you need someone who knows you well and could give you an alternative suggestion of what kind of stories you should put for your essay. What I did back then is that I asked a good friend of mine, and he kind of give me some feedbacks of I think it's better if you share the story of when you're doing this A thing than this B thing. I feel you showed more analytical skill in the A experience than the B experience. And then after you go through that content editing, then you can go to the grammar editing, which you can, outsource it from people out there that are expert at grammar, or just use Grammarly. That's what I did back then as well. And finally, also read it out loud to yourself, just to see if it makes sense to you. I believe that is all the tips that I can give to you for the UCAS personal statement, and I wish you luck on your university application journey. See you in my next video. Bye bye.